Hundreds of UK troops reportedly ready to deploy at Ukraine border.
Here's a summary of the article.
Hundreds of British Special Force troops are ready to deploy to the Ukrainian border at a moment's notice, amid rising tensions and fears of a possible Russian invasion in the region, according to reports. The UK's Special Air Service and Parachute Regiment are prepared to enter the region with medics, engineers, signallers, and hundreds of paratroopers, the Mirror reported. The high readiness element of the brigade was told it may need to deploy at very short notice, a source told the Mirror. Between 400 and 600 troops are ready. Their equipment is packed and they are ready to fly to Ukraine and either land or parachute in. They have trained for both eventualities. The military move comes after the European Union accused Belarus, which borders both the Ukraine and Poland, of manufacturing a humanitarian crisis by urging migrants to illegally cross into the EU via Poland. Hundreds of British paratroopers supported by artillery units could drop into the region within 36 hours of authorization, senior defence sources told the paper. Britain's highest-ranking military officer, General Sir Nick Carter, told Times Radio in an interview expected to air Sunday, that Russia poses a significant and real risk to the West.
This post received a score of 3,200, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
This reeks of Cold War all over again.
Theoretically safer times.
These soldiers are being deployed to deter Russian aggression and act as a tripwire force. The Russians absolutely do not want to be fighting Tier 1 NATO soldiers.
Greater than act as a tripwire force. A quote from Lord Farquaad comes to mind.
Gestures wildly, some of you may die. But that's a risk I am willing to take.
600 SAS. Seems like an overkill for only 100k Russians and #X200B. And #X200B. Edit. The force is comprised of SAS members, special reconnaissance, medics, engineers, signalers and for the vast majority paratroopers.
They have 600 SHASH?
Yeah, I thought maybe there'd be like 50 total SHASH dudes at a time.
Look up Operation Trent. They completely wiped out an Al-Qaeda heroin plant without losing a single soldier. None of the wounded were even potentially life-threatening. 120 SHASH operators descended on the location. I would have been laying on the ground waving a little white flag before they'd even been able to see me.
Why don't they make the whole army out of SHASH?
If they're all special, nobody's special.
I put WWIII on my 2021 bingo card as a joke.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch. We only got a month and a half left. Shit can potentially hit the fan early 2022.
Anyone else suspicious that Russia and China have a deal where they move at the same time? If Russia invades Ukraine, NATO and the US respond. If China invades Taiwan, the US and other regional allies respond. What if Russia invades Ukraine at the same time China strikes Taiwan? I think Putin and the CCP see a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to reshape geopolitics.
This literally would mean World War III.
It's hard to imagine how devastating it would be. The weapons they've developed since the last. Yikes.
Yeah, if anyone uses nukes, civilizations as we know them are over. Even without nukes, both sides know where energy, water utility hubs are and non-nuclear weapons could cripple those things, not to mention the cyber warfare that would develop from the best minds going at each other. The internet would likely go down. War is bad for everyone, but Russia, China don't always think ahead like that.
Greater than Russia, China don't always think ahead like that. China is in the middle of a huge building program. They have too much to lose right now. Also, the last time we underestimated an expanding Asian power as being technologically inferior and weak, Hawaii got a new landmark.
I'm not sure what they would gain from taking more than what they have in eastern Ukraine. My girlfriend is from Donetsk. We just visited Kiev, Lviv, and Odessa. Her parents are definitely not a fan of being a part of Ukraine, and have some strange notion of belonging to the Soviet Union still. Anything past the area they've already taken doesn't make sense. Most of Ukraine is not going to be subjected by Russia.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.